Hey, what's up, guys? Joe Madden here for Picks and Parlays. Coming at you with some Week 11 action. We have the 7 p.m. Eastern matchup on November 8th between FSU and Clemson. Now, this should have been a marquee matchup, but both of these teams are coming in unranked after, disappointing seasons thus far. We're seeing FSU rolling in 4-4 on the season, Clemson 3-5. And these teams, well, what are they fighting for? Bowl eligibility. And it's been a disappointing season for these head coaches, for these teams overall. Let me know your thoughts on both of these head coaches. Dabo Sweeney and Mike Norvell, will they be with their teams next season? Lots of question marks around that, and we'll see how they're able to finish the season out. Now, this line has moved. We did see a 2.5 for Clemson originally when this line opened up, and I did think the wrong team was favored. We have missed the best of the lines here. We're now seeing FSU, Florida State coming in at +1.5 at -110, or straight up at that money line at +102. If you do believe it's going to be that tight of a game, look at Florida State +102 on the money line, and that's where I'm going to go. I actually won't be shocked if this one is a tight battle, but one that Florida State ends up winning by a touchdown. I actually think this is going to be a tight battle, one in which Florida State has every ability to win it with a field goal at the end of this game. Now we're looking at a total of 56.5. We're going to jump more into what I'm liking out there on the field. But first, hit that like button over here on YouTube, you guys. Also, that notification bell so you do know when these videos drop. You get notified so that you get the best of the lines before you do see movement. And then if you're looking for the handicapper of Picks and Parlays best bets, and you're interested just in football, the Weekend Wire package is where you want to go. So head on over to picksandparlays.net. This weekend, get every football play from your Picks and Parlays handicapper of choice for Saturday and Sunday for only $49. You guys, that is such a fantastic deal, especially when you look at the standalone cost. That's 4%, 5% plays. It doesn't matter. You're going to get all of those on Saturday and Sunday. And as an added bonus, they are going to throw in those football plays on Monday at no extra cost. So you get Monday for free, you guys, and you're paying $49 for every single football pick for Saturday and Sunday from the handicapper of your choice. Now, if you're looking for more than just football, I got the package for you guys. You know, there's so much going on in the sports world. College basketball is finally back. We got the NBA, we got the NHL, we've got soccer, and then all of the action out there on the football field. So if you're looking for a handicapper's long-term package, this is where you want to go. You want to look at the rest of 2025 for just $8.30 a day on picksandparlays.net. Pick your handicapper, $8.30 a day. You guys, that is less than my Starbucks coffee. And yes, my Starbucks coffee. So head on over to picksandparlays.net to grab the rest of 2025 for just $8.30 a day. And there's a lot more other deals over there. So just head on over and check it out. Okay, guys, let's jump straight back into this game. Florida State versus Clemson. You missed the best of the number of 2.5 with Florida State, but I do think just taking them straight up on the money line at +102 is the way to go. I didn't think Clemson deserved to be the favorite coming into this one. We know Clemson has lost 6 consecutive games against Power 4 opponents in Death Valley. So this isn't a spot where it's like they're at home in Death Valley. Death Valley, to me, doesn't give me that confidence in backing Clemson. Now, I do like their quarterback, Cade Klubnik, but I don't think this is a good spot for them to have that bounce back. Okay, so Clemson is coming off the loss to Duke. That was a controversial loss out there because we did see a pass interference call not be called on Duke, which led to them getting that touchdown instead of the ball being turned over. We did see Duke win that one 46-45. Clemson was this close to be able to get it done and get the win and get the momentum. And when we look here at Florida State, they are coming off a nice win versus Wake Forest. They got a big win in that one, 42-7, getting some energy back in this team, building that confidence coming into this matchup in Death Valley. Now, when we look at Clemson in Death Valley, I know it always sounds like a scary place for teams to roll in. You look at the atmosphere in Death Valley, and it should be hard for opponents to get things done. It should be a chaotic, noisy environment for those opponents. But you look at Clemson, they've lost 6 consecutive games against Power 4 opponents in Death Valley. It hasn't been that home stance that they really wanted out of them. I don't buy into the bounce back spot for Clemson in this one. I think they're going to struggle again. You look at Clemson, they need to win the last 4 games for bowl eligibility. If they don't win the next 4 games, they won't be eligible to make a bowl game. They've reached the bowl games the last 21 straight seasons. You guys, this is huge for Clemson if they're not able to get there. Now, I do like their quarterback, Cade Klubnik. He had a solid game. In his last one out, he was able to throw for a career high of 385 yards and 2 touchdowns. It still wasn't enough in that game versus Duke. Now, turn to Florida State under Mike Norvell. He does need this team to win a couple more games to get to the bowl. He'll need 2 wins in their last 4 games to get to a postseason bowl. So less pressure definitely on Florida State, but I do think they're the team who is able to get away with the win here in Death Valley. You look at their losses, and they had close losses to Virginia, Pittsburgh, and Stanford. They came out nice and strong in those tight losses as well. And I think this is a game where, even though they've lost straight games away from Tallahassee, we see Florida State, the Seminoles, walk away with the win. So some trends that you want to look at, and has won 8 of the last 9 matchups with Florida State. The road team has won the last 3 in this series. I'll sign up. I'll buy into that last trend there of the road team being able to get things done. Give me Florida State at plus 102 on that money line. Now, I do think if Florida State is winning it, they're winning it by at least a field goal. The books aren't giving you much more value between the money line at plus 102 to laying the 2.5 at plus 118. You'd really have to fire up those numbers if you think they're able to win this by a tutty, by that touchdown, laying 6.5 coming in at plus 200. Not sure I can get there. So much on the line for both of these teams. Clemson at home, I'm not sure they lose by a touchdown. If we do see it happen, though, plus 200, great price for a team that I already think is going to get the win and at least by a field goal. So Florida State for me in this one. Let me know below this video what you're liking in this matchup. If you think Florida State is able to get the win like I do, or if you're rolling here with Clemson. If you're rolling with Clemson, let me know if you think they're able to win their next 3 and get to a bowl game. And if you're rolling with Florida State, let me know your thoughts on them to get to a bowl game as well. You guys, all the best in all of your bets. Thanks so much for joining me here on picksandparlays.net to break down this game between Florida State and Clemson. All the best, you guys. Let's make some freaking money. Until next time, stay hot.